Welcome to the Gen Z Marketer podcast, where we have marketing conversations and everything in between. Here we talk about marketing, branding, e commerce, and the power of integrated marketing communication. I'm your host, Jamia O'Malley, a strategist passionate and specializing in branding and marketing for e commerce. So, some of you may have noticed that I actually have been in hiatus for quite a while, but I'm now excited to be back and share with you that I will be uploading episodes like we used to every Saturdays. So, keep on following and make sure to watch out for those upcoming episodes. Again, I would have to apologize if you guys were wondering where I was. So, we're actually renovating the house, so I can't really record due to the construction noises. And I have been taking classes as well online, which is actually the topic for this week's episode. So, in this episode, let's talk about Coursera, a platform known to help students pursue continuous learning globally. So, they democratize learning by making it easier for institutions and learners to get access to quality courses. I will share with you the reason why Coursera is appealing to learners and how you can further your education and career by taking courses from the platform. I will also talk about my personal experience with the platform, and you can also find out how you can apply and get approved for financial aid in Coursera. Before we get to it, don't forget to support the show by following the podcast to get notified on the latest uploads. So first, let's talk about Coursera. So what is Coursera? So Coursera started around 2012 with a vision of providing life-transforming learning experiences to learners across the world. The global online learning platform offers anyone, anywhere access to online courses and degrees from leading universities and companies. They are partnered with more than 200 leading universities and companies to bring flexible, affordable, job relevant online learning to individuals and organizations worldwide. They offer a range of learning opportunities, from hands on projects and courses to job ready certificates and degree programs. So, Coursera envisions a world where anyone, anywhere, has the power to transform their life through learning. So, why should you try Coursera? First is you can learn anytime, anywhere. Coursera is accessible via mobile app or desktop. You can take the classes anytime as long as you meet the deadlines or adjust the deadlines of the classwork given. Second, Coursera offers courses and certification from prestigious universities worldwide, such as Harvard Business School, Meta, which is basically Facebook, University of London, and more. You can enroll from bachelor's to master degrees as well as one-off courses or subjects. Third is the platform has the Coursera Project Network, which is project-based learning at your own pace. It works in a way that you are guided to complete a project. So for example, if you want to learn how to use Facebook or Meta ads or Canva or maybe Google Sheets, you can enroll in a course in the network and you can actually practice the skill as you watch the lecture. So it's hands-on, real-time practice or doing the project while you're watching the lecture. Next is continuous learning is more accessible with Coursera. So as most of you may already know, I am an advocate of expanding or reinforcing your knowledge in your field. Be it marketing or other fields, it's always important to make sure that you continuously improve your knowledge and skill set. So you can also take the opportunity to learn something new. You don't have to enroll in a course that's close to your field. You can take the opportunity to explore other fields and try things that you've been meaning to explore. So for me personally, I took some courses in Coursera that are different from my field but are still relevant. If you just really want personal or professional growth and then you want to explore other courses that aren't really relevant to what you normally studied or know. So this is another opportunity for you to learn new things. Lastly, Coursera issues certificates that you can actually add to your LinkedIn account, or you can actually print it out as well. There are some courses, such as the ones from the Coursera Project Network, that are free, but there are some that are not. So if you're completing a degree on Coursera, you would actually have to pay for it. So if you want to take the course but you can't pay, then you can actually audit the course. So by auditing a course, it means you get access to the lectures, you can watch the videos, but you won't be required to participate in the classwork and you won't get a certificate. So basically, you're just watching the lectures or you just have access to the lectures and that's it. But you don't get any certification or you don't get to participate in the homeworks, therefore, you don't get grades. If you want to get a certificate but you still can't afford to pay, Coursera offers financial aid through an easy process. So approval is usually within 2 weeks after you submit an application. So now I'll be sharing with you my personal experience with Coursera, which is one of the things that I've been busy with, which is why I can't really record in the past few weeks. So first, of course, learning is really flexible with Coursera and you control the pace. So if you're busy, you can take the lectures whenever your schedule permits it. So that's my experience with Coursera. Sometimes I would take the lectures at night. Sometimes I would do it in the morning. It's just like you can, it's really at your control. But of course, if you have homeworks, you have to make sure that you're meeting the deadline. So you still have to adhere to that. Next is what I like about Coursera is that they offer relevant and new courses to develop your skills and knowledge. So not only did I take relevant courses to marketing, as I mentioned earlier, but I also took those for professional and self-development. So I actually took up something about positive psychology. I took up something related to coaching, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of different things that you can actually learn or take up in Coursera. Another experience with Coursera is that it can get overwhelming to take classes with them. And years ago, when I actually started trying out Coursera, it was during the time I was still in college, which is almost a decade ago. I actually had that tendency to enroll in a lot of classes at once because you were so excited to see, oh, all of these different courses from all of these different universities. So I just enrolled and enrolled, and because of that, I never really completed most of them because I overwhelmed myself and it was a struggle to keep up with them since I was still in college as well. So I had actual classes too, so it was difficult to manage them all at once. So the lesson here is that it's easy to enroll on Coursera, but I suggest you enroll on what you think you can manage and focus on based on your schedule. So now what I do is I take one course at a time and it helped me focus and complete each one. So I'm no longer in an enrollment frenzy. So I just take note of the courses I want to enroll, I list them down, and then I do it one by one, whichever my schedule would permit it. Sometimes I complete one course early, so I automatically enroll to the next one that I wanted to enroll on. And last is my personal experience with financial aid is that it's really helpful if you want to take a course and get certified. So the application process is actually really easy as well. I already applied 3 times in the past few months, all of which were approved. So as I said, I'm completing a third course right now that is also supported by Coursera's financial aid. So, what if you want to study in Coursera? What if you want to apply for financial aid? What are some of the tips that I can give and I can share with you since I've already done the application 3 times and I have been approved 3 times? So, first is that the tip is that the questions are short, which contains basic questions to profile you and just to get to know you, as well as two main questions that are like a short essay format that have a minimum word count. So when you're answering these two like short essay questions, you need to make sure that your answer is as authentic as you can be. So the approver would like to get to know you, of course. So when you're answering, you need to put yourself in the approver's shoes and think of what would convince you to approve the application. Like what, you need to think like, okay, what would convince them that I need financial aid or that financial aid would be beneficial to me. So you need to think of those things when you're answering. And of course, yeah, like I said, when you're answering, let them know why you're applying for financial aid. How will it help you? How will it change you? Why is it important to you? And then not just financial aid, but even the course that you're applying financial aid for. Like, let's say, why are you applying to take up this marketing course? Like, why is it so important to you? Like, how will it help you grow, or how will it change your career or your life as a student? So you just need to answer these questions as authentically as possible, as straight to the point, because there's a minimum word count, and just trust that they will approve it because they're very actually quite generous, at least with financial aid so far. I'm not sure if there's a limit on how many financial aid applications you can do within a year. So maybe I can come up with a follow-up episode just to share that with you guys as well. So just to wrap this all up, I encourage you to continue learning with Coursera. I hope that you can also consider using the platform to expand your knowledge and try it out. So you can take advantage of the free or audit courses. And of course, do not hesitate to apply for financial aid. So, what do you think of this episode? Do you have any other questions related to Coursera? I would love to hear from you at the Gen Z Marketer Podcast on Facebook, at Gen Z MKT on Instagram, or you can join the Gen Z Marketers Facebook group, all of which are linked on the description of the episode.